I have been depressed for 40 years. I've had many different kinds of medication and also therapy.
I felt really helpless. Everything we tried didn't work. It was just hard to watch her every day.
One day, my doctor recommended TMS at Ampelis.
We'd never heard of TMS. We had no idea what it was, but we were willing to give it a shot, and they really answered all our questions.
At the end of my evaluation, Dr. Jones said I was a good candidate for TMS. My husband and I talked about it and decided it was a good idea.
In a matter of weeks, we saw that it was working. It took a little while to get going, but it was subtle and it was definite. And other people saw the same thing. We'd had so many disappointments. I probably looked like a little kid. I was so excited and telling everybody.
I'll never forget when Joanne came through the door. It was about 3 weeks after treatment, and you could just feel and see the progress that she was making in her life. It was incredible. And we sat down and visited about the progress, and her eyes just filled up with a little bit of emotion and just dripped down the side of her face. But it was a tear of happiness, of gratitude. It was a really humbling experience for me.
Our daughter, when she saw what was happening with Joanne, just had to come by and see what this Ampelis was all about. And it was pretty exciting.
Me and Flores went through the modules together. I felt like he understood what I was going through. The module that helped me the most was positive thinking. Mostly it was the information, and I felt like I was not the only one in the world that had been depressed. Once, when we were on our way to Ampelis in the car, I could feel my stomach churning, and I decided, okay, I'm going to test this out. And so I started to think positive, and my stomach stopped churning.
The thing I noticed most was she was more on an even keel, and it was her old self. She was Joanne again. I had missed her.
I'm grateful for my doctor referring me to TMS. It has changed my life. I wish I would have known about it a long time ago.
We've tried so many things, I think we wore our doctor out. But he said, give it a try, and we're so glad we did.